Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat thinking today might be the day, or tomorrow might be the day, or the next day, that tomorrow I could be attacked and I would be helpless to stop it? I was one of those people, and I had to go out of my way to find self-defense techniques so I wouldn't be able to be in that situation of helplessness. And today with this video, you don't have to go out of your way now, because I'll be here to help you. I'll be giving you the 3 best self-defense techniques there are, with the arm grab, the front-facing neck grab, and the backwards-facing neck grab, and what you can do to get out of those grabs and get you in a positive situation where you can either attack them if you feel confident enough, or get out of the way, which is the most probable option. Now that we've introduced the topic, let's get into the basic techniques that you can use to get out of your attack options. First, we have our dummy over here, Dustin. He's my dad. He's not a dummy, by the way. So, what we have is our first, most basic technique, the arm grab. So, this is struggling at first, because when you're in the heat of the moment, you're going to be panicking, you don't know what you're going to do. So let's make this simple. When you look at over here, this is the most weak point of the grab, right here. This is where the fingers meet or are about to meet in this case. This is the most weak point, and you want to pinpoint this when you're about to break the grab. So, this is the most simple method of breaking this grab. You want to just rip it out, so when his arm is breaking, you want to pinpoint that and just shove it downwards. So let's do it realistically. And you want to get into an attack stance, athletic stance more like, so you can either attack if you feel confident or most likely run away. So let's do another method. The upside down grab. It's also simple knowing that other technique that we just learned. It's basically just the opposite way. Shove it upwards, get into an athletic stance so you can act accordingly. And now we have this grab again. Say this arm is incapacitated and you can't just shove it away like you did normally. What you can do instead is inch your elbow closer to this to your attacker's elbow, so that part snaps, and then you get into an athletic stance. This part only works if the attacker's hand or arm is the opposite from the arm that it's grabbing you from. So let's do it realistically. That's how you break away from that grab. And now that we've talked about the most basic form of self-defense with the arm grab and how to escape it, we're going to apply that knowledge that we've learned from there with breaking weak points into our more advanced self-defense technique, the front-facing neck grab, also known as the choke. So now we have our dummy over here. He's coming back. Sorry, pal. Oh, looks like he's angry. Okay, so now that we've bringing him back, let's learn more about this one. So this is more advanced. Also, we've talked about earlier, the heat of the moment may make you struggle in this case, but don't get too scared, as if you move your neck a lot, it's going to damage your neck and it's going to hurt a lot and potentially lead to even death. So, just stay calm and follow our steps. So what you want to do in this case is focus on the main weak point over here, the wrists. Our first method is going to be the touchdown. So, many are you familiar with this? So, the main focus of this self-defense is using leverage with your shoulders and how fast you're going to be moving with your arms. No matter how tall you are or strong you are, this will most likely work. So what you want to do is this, break away, and get into a more active stance so you can either run away or attack, most likely run away. That's our most preferable option. So let's do it in a more actionable stance. Just like that. Okay, so now let's do a different version of this one. So say for whatever reason your arms are incapacitated, just like our previous example with the arm grab. So what you can do instead is use the power in your wrists with your, but still including the fastness in your motion. So pinpoint the wrist like we mentioned earlier is the weak point of the grab, and eject the attacker from the situation so you can get into a more attack or actionable stance. Just like that. Let's do it in a quicker motion. So you can use whatever action you deem is preferable in that situation. Now that we've scaled a little bit higher on both the advanced and scary skill when it comes to defense techniques, let's get a tad bit higher, but not so much. But it's very practical, if not more than the 2 techniques that we talked about earlier, due to attackers like preferring to attack from behind as a sneak attack form. What's your main important in this case is to not panic, just like last time, because we're going to be doing another choking method. So, but in this case, it's going to be from behind. The techniques that we learned just from last time is going to become very important in this one as well. Don't panic, or else if they start to like shake your neck a lot, if you move your neck, you're going to be in trouble and in a lot of pain. So what you want to do, don't panic, put your arms up just like last time, and your shoulders and leverage and speed are going to be very key in this one to breaking the hold, because the wrists are the least safe in this case for the hold. So put it up, move it like this. So let's do that again just in case you didn't catch that. Next around here, don't panic, arms up. This even works even if your neck is being choked, for example, or like moved around. So put your arms up, use your shoulders to move around, get into an attack stance, just in case you want to go for attack or counterattack, or most preferably move away from the situation. Today, we've gone over a whole host of different self-defense techniques in this video that you can use to help you get out of situations that are unfavorable for you. For example, the arm grab that we talked about earlier, just being able to yank your arm away and get into an active stance so you can go and run for help or counterattack, whatever you feel is best in that situation. Or the chokes that we talked about earlier, front or back, and just being able to use the touchdown pose, and using your shoulders in rotary motion to be able to break free of the wrists and just get into an active stance like we talked about earlier. But the main focus of these defense mechanisms is just being able to get out of the situation entirely. We don't prefer counterattacks, as if you're already got into that situation, there's a chance you may be in for more pain if you continue to engage in that confrontation. But one self-defense mechanism that we didn't talk about earlier is just being attuned to your surroundings. Being aware of your environment while you're just on the bus ride home is just fantastic, as it can stop and prevent these confrontations from even happening at all. If you're just onto your phone and you're just in your own world, then you'll probably be fresh bait basically for an attacker coming from behind, and as we talked about earlier, attackers love coming from behind, as that's a prime way for them to attack you. But hopefully this video has enticed you to look further into these self-defense mechanisms. This is just a basic introductory video for you to look into and feel more safe and less vulnerable than you did earlier. But looking into further ones can also, of course, make you feel more safe, and hopefully this accomplishes that goal of making you feel less vulnerable and enticing you to go more into self-defense. Thank you.